This video was brought to you in part by Keeps.
There's a crazy new thing from Volkswagen that comes with the top up, with the top down, with the doors on, with the doors off. A car that feels at home wherever you feel at home.
So me and Dad decided last week to start tinkering around on an old 71 Super Beetle that we had bought. We picked that car up for 300 bucks and didn't know a whole lot about it. Other than it had been setting up for about 30 years, but we thought we'd dig into it and see if we could get it running. Wasn't a whole lot of major issues that we ran into with this car, other than having a little rust below the battery tray there. Cleaned up the points just a little bit. After that, she fired right up and ran even without the carburetor on it. Hard to believe what will run that well without a carburetor on it. Yeah. I've had carburetors on some before that don't seem to run that good. We weren't really sure of what the direction was on this car, of whether we wanted to sell it complete or pull the motor out and use it on a different project. We have a pretty good collection of old Volkswagens, including a 1974 Volkswagen Thing that we've wanted to do something with for a while now. When we picked up the Thing, the motor that was in the car has already been partially disassembled on it. So I'm betting it's probably either no good, locked up, or for some reason they started taking parts off of it. Seeing how that this Super Beetle seems to run pretty good, it is a dual port engine, just seems to be the perfect candidate to go ahead and pull the motor out of this car and try to get it placed into that Thing where we can get that car back on the road again. It's not really that hard to pull an engine from a Volkswagen. It basically boils down to just 4 bolts that you have to undo on it, a few wires and a couple cables here and there. Now this one, being that it's been setting up for so long, animal has just left all kinds of debris everywhere, so we've got to dig through that mess just to be able to see what we're messing with.
It's like I'm pulling a sheep out of here.
That's probably...
That's bad.
One good thing about these old Volkswagens is most of the parts is universal, so once we get this motor pulled out of this car, everything should line up as far as mounting onto the transaxle of the Thing as well. We just have to get this one pulled out, clean it up the best we can, then get the Thing inside here where we can move on to pulling that motor out. It's hot.
Yes, very.
Hopefully this thing won't be too hard to load up. I know last time I was mowing here, there's some wasps up there that we're going to have to watch out on.
Oh yeah, I see 3 of them right there.
I don't think the brakes were locked up, but I know on this old motor back here, they started stealing everything off of it for some reason. Don't have the generator.
Yeah, nothing on it, is there?
Yeah, well, I guess if you get thinking about it, just the generator, the intake's there, and the carburetor, so I ain't missing too much, but
right.
Fuel pump's sitting right there. Either way, I don't really want a chance putting a bunch of parts on that when we know we got a good dual port that'll fit right in there.
They started robbing the parts for a reason.
Yeah. Well, another one, we don't have the key to this and the steering wheel's locked, so.
Looked like somebody tried to get in beside it there.
Where at? Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the plastic's just gone off of it.
Could be.
Yeah, let's not drag her feet. I'll just let the trailer down, and maybe if we hook to that side, because the wheels are kind of turned to the right.
Kind of keep a pull that way?
Yeah, let it pull to the left maybe. I know Ashley will be glad to get this stuff out of the yard.
Do we want to try to get rid of the wasp first?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I see, I got some kind of spray back here in the truck. I got rid of them like this winter, but I guess not good enough. There's a little home up underneath this hood here. So. Ain't doing nothing to them, is it?
Don't look like it. I mean, it's knocking them down, but
Open this up. I'll let you pull it up. That way I'm ready to spray or run.
oh, right there, a bunch of them.
Oh well. Oh no. Not much here. I think all this is doing is making them where they can't fly for just a little bit. Smells good. Maybe.
Sure, yeah, it's killing them. Better putting them asleep.
It's gonna have to do something pretty soon, because that's it. This whole thing's pretty solid though, really.
Yeah.
There's the headlight to this side.
I thought you were going to say that was a head B.
Yeah, even the door frames and everything. There's still a couple swarming around here, so be careful. You want this can where you can throw at them if anything?
Trying to get rid of the nest here.
Who knows, I guess that could be a theme to this old girl.
Yeah, the red hornet, but it's green.
Green hornet, I guess.
The red wasp. Yeah. Look like the prodigal wasp came home.
Watch that one right there. I don't want it to sting yet still.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to get those out before we start messing with it too much inside where they can't, got no place to go.
Or we don't have a place to go.
I don't think the brakes were locked up on this. I think it rolled, but I remember us sure fighting this steering. We may have to do what we did last time, just kind of pick it up and scoot it around. All right. Still pulling to the right, ain't it?
Yeah, this tire's not even turning, so the brake, it started out turning and then it...
At least it slides easy.
Yeah. There it goes.
That should work no further than we're going. So we do have one that's locked up at least partially, huh? I think this one was rolling and that one was rolling, it looked like.
They started right there at the last.
These ones even got air in the tires. throw a strap on the back real quick just for the fun of it. Ain't going but about a block. Just doing a little walk around in here now that we got it inside the shop. A little less out of the heat. Show you guys a little bit more on this car. Obviously the first thing that I see is the top's just gone on it. At least it does have all the framework on that. These tops are kind of expensive. I do remember seeing the framework to the tops of the doors up underneath the hood there, so that's a good thing. On the inside here, missing the passenger seat. Floor pans don't look too bad from up top here. I'm glad that we do have at least all of the rear seat there, that we can get that recovered on there. Up in here, it's pretty solid little rust right in here, but not anything that couldn't be patched up. Tell there's a lot of filler work that's been done right in this section right here, so we've got some cracks in it. I mean, that stuff looks to be at least a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch thick there, so probably a lot of body work that's needs to be addressed here that has been addressed wrong. But up underneath here, guys kind of saw a little bit of it earlier. We do have a motor in here. It's a single port engine. The intake's just setting to the side, missing our alternator, our generator, missing a lot of stuff on this. So I'm not exactly sure on the, very, very little on the stick on the oil. So I can't really get it to turn over right there, but just not gonna even try to mess with this one right here since we've got the other one. On this side over here, pretty straight and very rust free for what these things normally are like. Normally across the rocker area down here, it's normally really bad rusted out. So it doesn't look like there's been a lot of body work already done on this car in this area. So I think we'll be pretty good on that. Was looking, the sticker on it here was it was last registered in Texas in '97, so wow, that thing's been been setting up more than half of its life just sitting there. Had some wasp inside here. I think we've got that taken care of. But yeah, there's our door frames. Looks like some bolts, hubcaps, a little bit of everything. There's our headlight that goes to the passenger side here. Jack. We'll kind of go through this stuff later and clean it out as we get to that point. So guess right now we'll go ahead and get it up in the air and see what the bottom of it looks like. All right, so up underneath this car, we do have a little bit of some rusty pan issues here. So the battery tray would actually been on this side. You can see there's some rust there, but they do have some metal. They replaced it. They've patched the floor pan up from above there. So, but up front here, really not too bad. Not any rust through, you know, where your floorboard area would be, where your feet go or anything like that. Up front here, not really sure on the front end. We did shoot some air to this tire. It was locked up and now it is, well, it's rolling a little bit there. So feels pretty tight for the most part. A little bit of slack in that tie rod end up there, but I don't think this one would be too crazy trying to drive it. So underneath it, not bad, a little better than I'd actually expected. So it's good and cruddy up underneath here.
Or somebody's.
I just turned this camera off, yeah. So there's why we didn't have any
oh yeah, I didn't even know
oil in the motor though. It's missing the oil plug for the drain there. So So we got Dad, he's pulling off these bolts that connect the engine to the transaxle. There's just 4 on here, so we'll try to get to these bottom 2 and then try to get to the top 2 as well. I think this motor will come out fairly simple. Don't have to worry about clearing the bumper on the back here because it's already off. And a lot of that stuff's already been pulled loose on the top there, so we're going to just try to get this pulled out, get those broke loose. Hopefully we'll get it out pretty quick.
There we go, got me an extra set of hands up there.
Bunch of grime on them.
Yeah, once you get it started though, it's not so bad. It's just getting that first little, and then the rubber off that mount's kind of in the way right here, but.
You know, we're missing looks like we're missing the bolts that actually hold in this transaxle rubber boots there, or the mounts that hold the transaxle in place.
Well, that may be the reason why I'm seeing this here rubber's pushed. It's way out here in the way of that bolt.
I bet
or that
so.
nut. So it's.
Somebody's pulled them loose for some reason. Let's see if I can't get on that starter. You got an extra set up there?
Use this ratchet wrench if you need it. I'm done with it.
I don't think I can get the head on it. It's kind of tight there. I don't think there's room for the big end on it. There we go. Once I got it broke loose, it's kind of coming.
Oh, it's missing the bolt over here on this side.
On the top one?
At the top, yep. It's not in there, so that'll save me a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder if it broke off or just...
No, it looks like it's, I'll check, but it just looks like it's just missing. I can see the hole there. It doesn't look like a stud or nothing sticking through it. My hand in the right spot.
I'm just going to leave that starter wiring connected and just pull the starter out of the way, but we'll have to get the top bolt from inside the engine compartment.
Okay.
Either way, it should come out. So.
I was trying to say it's just missing the bolt. So.
All right. So we got these 2 bottom bolts pulled loose. The top bolt that holds on the driver's side is gone already, so that's good. We don't have to wrestle it. I've got the 1 starter nut pulled off the bottom here. The other bolt runs from this way. We'll have to get it from the engine compartment. So once we get it pulled loose, we can pull that starter out. And actually that'll be all that's holding this motor to this transaxle, other than if there is any wiring left. So we're going to set the car back down and get to that bolt inside there and get this motor yanked out. Well,
it's easy enough out of the way, isn't it?
yeah. Might be able to just pull this shroud loose. Oh, I can see it right there. Yep. Maybe not. The oil cooler's gonna keep us coming up. I see it there though.
We got the throttle cable, that's good.
Got a. Yeah, I see it.
Need a light.
I can see it now. Well, that makes it handy not having that big old hole there where I can put my hand through it. I bet this motor's locked up solid.
Probably so, not having any oil in it for however long it's been.
Yeah. So it does have a throttle cable, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's working, but it is there at least.
Crazy how quick you can get these things
Yeah,
pulled apart.
keep up with that. That's part of the fuel line.
That's got it. I guess we need to get that motor off that other table though and wheel it up underneath here and pull this one apart.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that now. Just set it off to the side, lift it up a little bit more, and yank her out.
Yeah, pull it.
I want to clean this one off, but wow, look at that wire right there.
How is it running that well?
I don't know, you wouldn't have thought it'd been firing on that cylinder there. We want to blow this all off, but we can do that later on the ground, I guess. Trying to find a good place to pick
There's
it
a
up.
hole. I don't know what's in there, but there's a hole you can run.
All this stuff's kind of rusty on this muffler here. Ooh, we. I never have learned how to lift right. I always use my back.
I know that feeling.
If you want to go ahead and raise that thing up, black button there.
Ready?
Yep. All right, that's good. Should work. See anything else? That thing had AC on it, huh? That's
Well, I
crazy.
kept looking at the dash up there and thought,
The
well,
blowers
there's a blower
up
up underneath
underneath
there, but I didn't think anything about AC. But
That's crazy. Had AC on it. I think we about got everything. Or somebody's about got everything.
Yeah, I say everything's.
A lot harder to. There's nothing to grab hold of, is there?
No.
I guess we'll just kind of grab hold of these. This muffler part. Watch your fingers. They got a little tall.
Whatever that is. Little pan thing.
I forgot to pull that starter up out of the way. Let me see if I can grab at it. Should still come out, but. There we go. It's out of the way now.
Resituate here.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm hitting on this side of it. There we go. There we go.
Oh, just eased right on out, didn't it?
Yeah. Raise it up some. Okay?
We're good, yeah. Yeah, we're good, good.
Good?
Good, good. Keep going.
Oh, don't you wish they were all that easy?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Okay, you're good. Grasshopper.
Yeah. A bunch of oil up inside there, though, huh?
Sure is.
With that rear seal's leaking. Get this out of the way and let's blow that other one off and make a game plan of getting it in there, I guess.
Go back over in there, or just right in here?
This works. I gotta get something to drink. Thirsty. I think maybe we'll just lift it off this dolly onto the jack there, which should probably be easier before I'm underneath the car. And jack can give a couple. Should work. I guess we'll just try to get it centered there. Let's see where we're at down here. Wow, we landed right exactly on the center of that
Oh, yeah.
oil drain there. Try to wheel it in there, I guess.
I think so.
I figure it'll be easier to haul it lower.
I've got this. Okay.
I got it up top. If you want to move your hand to the, is it easier to hold it down there?
It's actually
Do I need to go down, or we back far enough yet, or?
No, yeah, we may have to go back towards you just a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Like that? You got it?
Yep.
I'll let it down a little bit. Watch your head on that tire.
Okay.
A little bit more tricky going in than it is coming out. Keep going. And I can use the jack at some point too.
Let me see if I can scoot it. Okay, yeah. Well, if you can push that in just a little, we need to go in about 1 inch.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
that's
jack's
good.
not wanting to roll very good. Keep coming down.
I think so.
Probably just set it all the way on the ground even. As low as we're gonna get it right there. All right. Come up some?
I think so.
Looking pretty good.
We're pretty close,
Need to
right
come
there.
your way if we can. There we go. Pretty close where?
Right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's about to clear though.
Just a sec. It's got a little bitty thing coming off here. I don't know if it's gonna, can we go in just? Okay, that's good.
Come up some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it cleared it.
We still underneath it pretty good, or with the
Yeah.
jack, or?
Well, we're hung at the, where it goes up against the transaxle. For some reason or another, we're tilted that way, so.
Need a light, don't we?
Yeah.
I can't see a thing. I don't know how you were seeing stuff.
See, I think we're hung
Let me grab a light real quick.
right in there.
Can you see?
It's a bright light. Hung right in there on something. Can't really tell. There we go. I think.
Oh yeah, it's the shaft on that. Coming out of the transmission.
So we need to go.
We're gonna need to come towards the back of the car some, but we can't until we clear this
That little thing.
distributor a little bit more. Go up a little bit higher there.
Okay.
All right, now I should be able to. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Kind of a little wonk go.
Like I said, it needs to go that way forward just about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and I think it'll just.
I think maybe if I get up on this side and you get on that side, we might be able to kind of pick it up. And which I wonder if that shaft, it could be that shaft's not lined up real good.
Try.
I may have to turn the motor. Let me do that. I bet that's what we got going on. Let me turn that motor over by hand. Maybe now. There we go. And just like that.
Just like that.
I don't know if it was easy or
It
but it's
wasn't
in
as
there.
bad as I was expecting, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
But we wasn't laying on rocks either.
I'm gonna put these on there real quick at least. Kind of hold it in place before I pull that jack out.
I've got a washer over here.
All right, just something to hold it, you know.
Right.
Get yours, I'll let this down and then, or I guess I'll just lift it up on the lift. Arm's bleeding.
Hose.
Yours, your elbow.
Oh yeah. I didn't feel nothing. Well, it's not. It's on at least to the end of the bolt.
It's going up.
It didn't fall out. So we
Still in there, ain't it?
Still in there.
We can get up underneath there and start tightening up the rest of that stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and start tightening up all the bolts up underneath the car that hold the engine and the transaxle together. Shouldn't take too long. We'll go ahead and we're just going to use the starter that was on this thing originally. Seeing that we had a few issues with the Super Beetle starter anyways, so hopefully that don't cause us any problems on this. We'll see once we get to that point. Get everything tightened up. We're going to go ahead and get the car down here, start chasing down some battery cables, try to get a battery on this thing, see if we can get it to turn over and hopefully fire up for the first time in it. Good grief. See through all this mess back here.
You go ahead and put some oil in it?
Yeah, don't let us forget that. Well, there's a positive cable. I do not see a negative though. There it is. Pretty dirty. I'm gonna have to clean them up some. Ugh. Little termites or what that is crawling around everywhere. Nasty. Guess I'm going to clean up them battery posts real quick.
All right.
We'll also have to run some kind of a fuel to it as well.
Where's the oil at? Cup runneth over. Making a mess.
I guess these are just a bunch of ants or something.
I don't know what happened. It just decided to puke it up.
Figure I'll go ahead and just run that tank back to this fuel pump for right now.
Okay. Guess I just need to pour slower.
Ain't got much gas in it. I may have to go grab some.
Can't hardly get my oil jug in there where I need it. Have to two funnel it.
About time for a new hose clamp here anyways. It's
Yeah.
pretty rough. About 2.5 quarts or so is what it should take, but I guess I'm going to try to put a battery in here and hopefully it don't fall through the floor like the last one.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I may have to go get some more somewhere. Maybe not. I've got a blue rag here. I can sop up that on the floor and kind of squeeze it in there.
Alrighty.
Right on the mark.
Finally get enough in there.
Yeah, I ran out. That has to be enough.
So, as I stated, we just went with the starter that was on this car, so we're not sure what kind of shape it is. We don't have a key to this, so we're going to have to pull the steering wheel apart to get the tumbler out to put a new ignition switch in it. So for right now, we just got a couple wires ran to the starter where we can kind of jump it across like we were doing on the Super Beetle. So Dad's got some fuel in it. I mean, got some oil in it. I got some fuel hooked to it. I've got a battery. I don't have a negative post hooked up yet, but I'm going to do that real quick and try to jump it across, and should fire up. And I guess we'll try to see to put it in gear, see if it going forward or reverse, all that good stuff. So here we go. Come on. Ain't got much to you. Still got a little gas in there, huh? It should start running off that. Do we have any vacuum lines that we didn't get?
Yeah. I remember pulling that one loose.
Try to see it if it'll go in gear.
Yeah. Yeah, because we'll run out of gas here in a minute.
It's already turning here.
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah. I think that clutch is going to need to be adjusted. Maybe not. Here we go. Yep. First gear. Try reverse. Yep.
Got reverse?
Alright, you can kill it. It just died.
Yeah, it just died. When I pulled my finger off the vacuum, you're still
Yeah.
fine.
Well, that works. I figure let's go ahead and start digging into that ignition switch, get that steering wheel pulled apart where we can get the wheels unlocked and crank it with the keys. So.
Okay.
I guess that went all right. Could have been a lot worse. So guys, real quick, this video was brought to you in part by Keeps. A lot of you might not realize, but 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. Well, I just turned 35. How's it look? It's all right, right? It's fine. Another thing you guys might not realize is I've actually had a receding hairline since I was about 12 years old. So losing hair has always been something that's been on the top of my mind. Honestly, the best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. One of the coolest things about Keeps to me is that you get to avoid all those awkward doctor appointments that no one wants to have. Rather, you'll meet up with a licensed doctor online who will review your information and ship your treatment straight to your door every 3 months. You know, I feel like a lot of us guys are the same, and we don't like to spend a lot of money unless it's on cars or tools or something like that. Now with Keeps, it's a very affordable option to hair loss preventions. They're able to do this by offering a lot of generic versions of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss. Keeps treatments can take up to 4 to 6 months or more to start seeing results, so it's important that you act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you're going to save. And for some of us, that's pretty important. So if you're interested in taking the steps to prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/restored or just click the link in the description where you will receive 50% off your first order. So that's keeps.com/restored. And once again, we'd like to thank Keeps for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get back to the show. Now that we got the ignition switch working the way we need it to, we'll be able to steer the car now as well as start and kill the car from the key there on the column. We're going to go ahead and move forward to the gas tank of this thing. We could go ahead and use this temporary tank and we could run it down to the fuel pump if we wanted to, but we'd like to use this stock tank if we're able to. So we're just going to have to go ahead and get it pulled out of there, see if we can clean it up a little bit. If it's savable, try to get it put back in there, pump some gas through it, and just see how it runs off that. I guess we'll just start pulling some of this stuff out.
Looks like a lot of the stuff that's missing is in there.
Yeah, I seen that. There's the headlight there. I don't know if, and the turn signal.
Yeah.
Some rubber, maybe even the base part of it. No, it's got it. That's good. I'm hoping they were messing with the brakes. I highly doubt. I highly doubt they'll work, but we can.
Especially if they've been working on them, unless they put new ones on.
The gas tank's missing the bolts that hold it in on the front side there. Huh. There's a little brake reservoir.
Oh yeah.
Think there's anything in it?
If I had to bet with all those other bottles of brake fluid, I'm gonna say no.
Filter still. Nah, it looks pretty dry.
But isn't that like a plug for a
Like they put in their master cylinder?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess all we're gonna have to do is pull those hoses loose there. 'Cause it's loose.
Ready?
Phillips.
Get the brake loose here.
This thing may clean up. It's hard to say. Worst case scenario, we can always run that other tank till we get us a new one in.
Right.
And yeah, it may not be too bad. Oh, did what I didn't want it to do.
I'm afraid that's what this one may do also.
About got it off, and then it broke right there at the very last of it.
Got my finger hung between the...
Did you ever get that big one?
It's loose, but I think we're gonna have to pull it that way to get it to turn loose. There it goes.
No lines hooked up?
No. No, that hose there has had it.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, it sounds
terrible.
Sounds like it's got a lot of rust in it.
Nah, I don't think this thing here is gonna be usable. It can take a lot of work. You know, we've got that old one off that 68 though. It looks pretty similar. We may try it. We cleaned it up.
It'd be worth a try. I mean, it'll set in there.
End up buying a new one for that, so it should work. I'll go see if I can find it. And it'll pop in there. It should work. Better than what we got.
Got it?
Yeah, we'll have to put some. I don't have the sending unit on this, so.
Oh yeah.
I think it might rub on this steering. It did on the other Volkswagen. Well, maybe not. That'll work for now, except we'll just have to pop the hood to put fuel in it, but I'll get one ordered. Do you want to put some brake fluid in this thing and see what it does?
Yeah, it's worth a try.
Or don't?
I mean, we'll at least see where it
may leak out everywhere. Looking at that fuel line hose the way it was, it's probably the same way. We'll probably pour it all on the floor.
It's free brake fluid, so it's not like if I get it inside there.
I'm gonna see if it's coming out, so watch that hose there.
It's liable to be leaking from where I spilled it above it.
I don't see nothing yet down here. That'd be cool if they at least tried. I don't know how well I'd trust any of the hoses on it.
It's thirsty.
Well, I know that thing's a little bitty too, so unless it's filling up the lines, it's going somewhere. Must just be filling up them lines.
It's already taken half of this bottle. I don't know. We're full now, so
Well, let me try to give it a little pump, see what it does. Brake pedal stuck.
Brake pedal stuck.
Yes. Hard as a rock. Golly. There it goes. Didn't come back up. I hear something squirting
It's...
by the shifter.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's got one of the lines is busted loose there or what.
I'm gonna take this gas tank back out so I can kind of see what's right here.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's got so the brake line runs inside the car here, and there's a hole in it. It's squirting out. Yep.
Squirting out in there, huh?
Squirting out right here, right beside this tunnel. So yeah, we'll have to fix that. Pretty rusty too. Probably have to patch a pretty good bit of that line.
Well, the master cylinder is not a new one, but I mean, it could be new from whenever, but.
Yeah, I don't know, person. Yeah, if you just were wanting to try to just get any brakes, you could probably, you know, bypass the rear and might get the front ones working.
True.
Anyways, worth a shot. I didn't figure it'd work. Hopefully at least the emergency brake does though. Normally with those you can stop it pretty good.
Yeah. At least if you have an emergency.
Need a new hose real quick.
Yeah.
I'll go grab one. We're going to go ahead and replace the fuel tank on this car from that 68 Beetle that we had been previously working on. We put a brand new tank on that car, so this one was actually salvageable to use in this thing, where the Thing one just wasn't going to be able to be reused. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. It's a little bit different application, but it'll do the job for today anyways. Now on the other hand, we're going to have to go through this car, button up all the wiring on it, be sure that everything's wired up the way it needs to be so we can start and kill the car with the ignition switch. Do it once over just to make sure everything looks good. See if she's going to fire up, see if she's going to move down the road, and just see what kind of looks we can get. I'm going to try it out.
Okay.
Not bad. Look good back there? Huh? Look good back there?
Looks good back here.
Guess I'll try it out. Don't have any brakes other than a little bit of emergency brake, mainly the passenger rear wheel. So we'll see how that goes. Clutch seemed to do okay in the air, but I don't want to go here real well. There we go. She's moving. Looky there. Tell them brakes are still a little rusty feeling. Howdy. A little bit of a front end noise. I think the tie rods actually do need some attention on this thing. I can't see. First goal is to try to make it to the gas station and put a little bit more fuel in it. Oh yeah, the brakes ain't working very good at all. I'm sure this thing is probably getting some looks, looking like it just come out of the dumpster. It's running great though. not too bad so far. See what it does up to speed, but it ain't terrible just cruising around. I only got in second gear so far. Looks like we're gonna make it to the gas station if we can stop. Come on, girl. Guess any pump will do when the gas tank's in the trunk. I don't know if I should kill it or not. Nah, go for it. I may need you to help me pop this hood with that latch there. It's not doing too bad. Sound like something a little loose on the front end though. Setting 25 years.
That's what I say. Yeah, it probably does have something a little loose.
I didn't know if I should kill it or not, so hopefully they don't come back and get us.
My card never works in that one. I'm glad you got yours.
Well, I only put about a gallon of gas in that thing, so. Knowing it's not the cleanest tank in the world, I want a little bit more in there, that way it's not just...
Right. Not just riding around with rust.
Yeah. Howdy.
Where'd you find that at?
We found it out in the woods. It's been sitting out there since, well, it's last registered 97. We just swapped the motor out of a little Super Beetle in it, so this is our first drive.
Have any trees growing up in it?
No, this one didn't. We had to put some wheels and stuff on it, but I had a tarp thrown up over it. There were some we had to cut some trees around though. Do what?
That Volkswagen Beetle together first.
Oh yeah, we just built that one, the little love bug one. Yeah.
Looks like you completely redone it.
Yeah, we kind of did without the patina on that one, went shiny. So I think this one's going to be a patina build though. See ya. Well, three gallons should get us a little air.
Yep. Alrighty.
I will see if it'll crank, and then I guess I'll do our usual.
Okay.
Get confident enough, we might be able to try to make it Sonic.
I'm all for that. I need a drink.
Come on. Big thing back up. These little cars are fun because really no one knows what they are. And when they ask, what is it? And you can tell them, well, it's a thing. It kind of confuses them. Try to take it downtown just a little bit, and I am trying to hit the brake pedal. Sometimes it doesn't want to idle, but I can baby the gas pedal and keep it running. Got to remember, this Super Beetle engine had been setting up for 30 years, so I'm quite impressed. Just cleaning the points up and new set of plugs that were in the trunk of the Super Beetle. Don't have any lights, blinkers, or anything like that, so use some hand signals. Brakes being a little stiff on this thing, the way they're adjusted is actually beneficial on helping me to stop. See if I can't get her in third. I can find it. There we go. things are so cool. I have another one that's actually in pretty good shape. And most of the time I'll lay the windshield down on it and just cruise around with no top on it or whatever. So basically, this top is doing no good. I'm wondering how much I'll have left of it by the time I get back to the shop. No speedometer. Not sure what might not be connected on that. See if I can't get fourth gear. Get her up to speed. Yep. So I've got her in all the gears. Slow down though, coming up here to the highway and a curve. I want to be able to at least coast to a stop if I have to. Like I said, the brake stops mainly the passenger right wheel, kinda, but not great on that. Well, the linkage feels good on this thing. At first I was feeling like it was something not right, but it's just good and tight. Most of them are so loose you can't figure out where you're going on it. This one don't take much to get it in gear. Uh-oh, she died on me. Ooh. There we go. Who needs a starter? Got the greatest amount of power. But she's pretty stinking smooth. Riding a lot better. I know that one tire, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. It was flat of the 3 tires. Tried to see if it was leaking around the bead, couldn't figure out where it was leaking from, so hopefully it'll stay aired up. I don't like not having no mirrors. Go up a little ways more and probably turn around and head back to the shop. Check everything out, make sure it's not overheating or losing any fluids or anything like that. Well, that's a wrecked up diesel right there. Probably driving around with no brakes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and turn around here. Come to a coasting stop. Died again. Oh, you're gonna have to move a little bit faster. I can't stop. Come on. I'm gonna turn around, go back to the shop. When I come to a stop, it's wanting to kind of die on me, so. Could have sucked up a little trash. It's hard to tell, that tank wasn't perfect, but we did put an inline filter in it. And we can check that out once we get back. I'm gonna turn around and head back to the shop. If y'all wanna ride on this side of the road, yeah. Joys of filming. Come on. Does good once I'm just going with it. Like I said, just slowing down though. It wants to kind of try to die on me. Got a couple cars coming to let them by. They only knew the death trap in front of them. Got some PVC in here. All kinds of junk we're gonna have to clean out. Need to find me another seat. Just gonna get these reupholstered. Good thing about this, not a whole lot of interior work. Pretty basic. You can actually take the doors off of these and ride with no doors, ride with no top, whatever you want to do. Alright, here's my turn. Stay running. Come on, come on. Pull it back down to the other shop, kind of where we started at on this, and be able to check everything out a little bit better. I'd really like to do some more work to this. We basically just got the thing up and running, and that's literally all we did. Need to go back and gonna order us a new gas tank, new brake system, master cylinder, wheel cylinders, pads, all that good stuff. I kind of want to slam this thing down, so we may put a Beetle front beam up here, something that's adjustable, lower it down, some cool wheels. May go with kind of just a patina style theme though. Come up with a cool name for it. Maybe add a little bit more rust, patina style rust like we normally do on our paint jobs, and just kind of see how she turns out. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the progress on it today, and looking forward to changing it up quite a bit more. Stay running a little longer, girl. Start stopping at this stop sign 100 feet away. That's sad. Ew. Here we go. There's first gear. Ew. This one's kind of got a heel to it, so if someone's coming, I'm just gonna have to go. Come on, people. Y'all go ahead. All right, you gave me the go ahead. Thank you. These are the scary ones when there's no, the other side of the traffic ain't having to stop, not a four-way stop. Just having to baby that throttle just a little bit to keep her idling. Come on. Getting hot now. Woo. Never this much traffic in Bogota. Going for it. Almost home. Snow cone place is by the shop now. That's cool. Come on. Well guys, she made her first successful journey in around 25 years from being on the road with a motor from a car that had been setting up for over 30 years. So it's been a long day. I'm hot, we're tired. We've really put a lot of work into this car to get it moving on its own power. But it seems to be running pretty good. We knew that this motor ran pretty good from the Super Beetle that we pulled it out of. Now there's a lot of stuff we still need to address on this car. Most importantly, the brakes. So we'll go through there, we'll put a new master cylinder, wheel cylinders, basically redo all the brakes. I'd love to do more on this car as far as lowering it down, maybe some different wheels on it as well, freshen up the interior the best we can, maybe get a new top for it, come up with a cool logo theme for it, a patina style paint job, and this thing will get a ton more attention. So all in all, really happy with the day, really happy with the progress, and can't wait to show you what we're going to do with her next.